Hello and welcome back to Incremental Factory. The game recently received an update. Added this nice panel on the left hand side here. Shows you all resources, how much research you have, or what I pretty much leave it on is available for construction, which shows you anything that's in your headquarters or in a construction hub, which is basically noted by these purple squares on the map. So when you're building stuff you can easily tell what you're short on. So super handy. My last prestige run, I basically decided to go all the way up through yellow science to basically see what's in the end game content, see what I was headed for, and so I knew what I needed to prepare for. We'll take a quick look at the research. I'm just some purple science on this run, but yellow science wasn't too far away. However, I realized once I got to yellow science that the buildings for yellow science got super expensive, and I was not creating enough materials anywhere in the close vicinity to being adequate to progress into yellow or white science, because they were requiring like almost 5,000 steel per building, 5,000 bricks, so you really need to generate materials at a significant rate. So maybe in that prestige run I actually got up to like 300 prestige points, so I was able to buy quite a bit of skills. So I decided to use my skills to see if I could increase production to make materials at a faster rate. So we can look at the skills menu real quick. Every time I look at this menu it looks slightly different, so forgive me if I have a hard time finding stuff. Leveled up everything at least 50% so I could get to the next one. It has ore specialization 5% per building. We looked at this previously in an episode or two ago, and I'm going to go over it again. It's pretty much a necessary feature at this point. I couldn't do a game without it. So basic smelting 5% increase, advanced smelting. So I got all those done. Bioreactor I haven't done yet, but that's going to be next one. As soon as I prestige, I'm going to buy this one. Brick specialization was 5%, only so that I could get to the hydrocarbons, which is oil and coal. 5% per building bonus in that parcel. But keep in mind, all these specializations mean that it can be the only building in the parcel, not the only building that produces coal. It can be the only building in that parcel. And coal ash I upgraded that one. That one's super beneficial as well. We'll show you all the results here in a minute. And then throughput is continuing to be an issue. I have increased it greatly. I'm at now 40. The next upgrade will be at 48. But then I've increased a lot of so like ore throughput optimization times 8. So 8 times 40, I'm guessing. My limit would be 320. And so I did that for bricks throughput. I did ore throughput. And then, wow, these are all over the place. Basic smelting throughput, and then advanced smelting throughput. So I'm basically getting the bioreactor throughput. I'm not sure I'm going to need right away. It's probably something later in the game. Same with coal ash, because coal ash takes enormous amounts of buildings to produce, so the throughput isn't an issue. It's more how many buildings you have to get it done. But so I'll continue with those skills, basically increase the bonus ones here. But I'll show you how it makes a difference. So this is current status after my prestige run in yellow science. I was just trying to take advantage of the bonuses to see if I could produce materials faster. We'll start with this section here. This is just building materials. So right now I have the only thing these parcels have on them here, these two here are, see if I can get rid of the square now. Okay, so they only have 128 miners on them, that's it. Now as you can see, 128 miners would normally do 128 per second. With the bonus, they are doing a whopping 1,111 per tick. So ginormous increase. So it's definitely the way to go to increase output of buildings and materials. Same thing with smelters. The problem becomes throughput. So my limits right now are, I think I'm limited to 240 for some reason. I think that's because my advanced smelting is set to times 6. So 240. But plates are the same way. I can create 1,111 plates per tick. If I could throughput the amount of iron to do so, which I cannot. I'm only, I did these two here, so I can at most get 480 into this parcel, which means I'll get 240 plates out. So we'll have to continue increasing throughput so we can take advantage of these materials, because that way I can build steel, at a lot faster rate. This is only 20 steel mills, and I can do it does 36 per tick, because it has a bonus as well. It should only be 20. It is 36, so that's nice. So it's going to be super important to take care of those bonuses. So I took that to my factories and tried to implement that in my factories, but it didn't work out so well. I think there's definitely a combination of strategies that would be beneficial to this, but so I made this be a copper parcel. This made copper plates just to get the bonuses. So you can see this is what 32 copper smelters would usually only do 32. It's doing 93.4. So they become super handy. The problem is so I have this parcel making 93 plates, but I'm not using 93 plates. I don't have enough Gen 1 chip plants. There's 12 Gen 1 chip plants in here. Some are being shipped off to the green, but it's not using anywhere near close to 93. So I used up a lot of parcels, and there's a lot of material sitting here unused. So again, a combination of the two. This took up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 parcels to make 12 Gen 1 chip machines. I'm pretty sure it's 12 right here. So if I were to do that 12 with just a blueprint all inside one parcel, I could do it in actually 2 parcels. So again, it took up a lot more stuff. I think it'll become handy once my factory gets bigger in the late game, and in some situations that it's going to be necessary, like coal ash is one of them. Coal ash is normally generated at 0.1 per power plant. So, 128 of them would be 12.8, or 96 of these would be 9.6 coal ash per tick. 9.6. I am generating 46 with the bonuses. So again, super nice bonus, because that way you don't have to have 1,000 of these coal power plants to make the coal ash required, but it has to be the only thing on the parcel. So it's kind of a trade-off. Gen 2 chips, my next playthrough, I'm going to basically do a combination of things. Put the coal, look at putting the plastic inside this Gen 2 chip factory here, because that won't impact any bonuses here. Just leave the oil, and maybe this is not actually iron, this is actually oxygen. Whatever, good enough for now. So a combination of 2 strategies. One, to figure out what the balance between putting stuff inside this parcel is, and then putting specialized parcels outside. So the big ones, the oxygen, the coal ash, the steel, that kind of stuff is going to be made outside in individual parcels, where Gen 2 chips can really be combined into, because it needs quartz and silicone, I think. And so that can be really combined into the same parcel and not worry about the bonuses. And then I just put together this huge, this is all for production challenge plants materials. I am doing blue science, sulfur, and iron plates as a challenge. You can see I've got 70 rewards earned up here, 65 here, and 80 here. So we'll prestige pretty soon here and get the, whatever that comes out to, a little over 200 prestige points. Alright, that's just a quick update of where my factory's at. I'm going to prestige right now and set up the factory to get up to yellow science, I believe, and create a whole bunch of blueprints so I can go over blueprints in detail with you, as well as yellow science. and hopefully come up with a better setup for these materials so that I can take better advantage of the throughput of the higher production facilities. So that'll do it for now. Thanks for watching.